This stylish built-up neckline Bubu Kaftan top is easier than you think. So in this tutorial, I'm going to teach us step by step on how to achieve it. So let's get started. So for this top, we are using 1 yard 2 inches, which is 38 inches. We folded it into 2 and then folded it again, which is total of into 4. And then I used my pin to secure it because it is a crepe fabric, okay? So next, I'm going to take the neck width of 3 inches. After marking the 3 inches, I'm going to take the back neck depth of 1 inch. I'm going to connect it to the neck width of 3 inches. So after connecting it, the next thing I'm going to do is to take the measurement of 13 inches. So that 13 inches point is the point where the white combination is going to terminate, okay? So now on that point of 13 inches, I'm marking 1.5. I will mark 1.5 all the way up, okay? So next I am going to take the actual neck opening for the front, which is 7 inches. So I'm going to mark that 7 inches. So that 7 inches point, that's the point that the 1.5 inches will terminate. So I'll mark it, I'll use my ruler to connect it from that point 7 to the point of 13, okay? And then I will now connect it from that 7 to the neck width of 3. So just the way I did it, that is how you are going to make yours as well, okay? So after that, we are not going to take any shoulder slant. We will only take the sleeve circumference, okay? So the sleeve circumference we are working with is 26 inches divided by 2, which will give us 13. So I marked 13 and then I went inwards by 2.5. So I'm going to mark that 2.5 all the way down, after which I'm going to make a curve around that armhole area, okay? So just make a little curve in order for you to avoid sharpness. So it is time for us to cut what we have out. So guys, I'm currently working on my beginner sewing class, which is designed to help absolute beginners learn sewing step by step from scratch. So if you want to be among the first to know when this enrollment happens, please join my WhatsApp waitlist today so that you get early updates and priority access when registration begins. So after cutting, notch the shoulder and then notch the neck width as well. Now we have this fabric of 8.5 inches. So I cut it according to the circumference of the sleeve. So I'm going to fold it into 2 and then I'm going to place it on the sleeve area. So we are going to attach it to that point, okay, to make the sleeve longer than what we have. So now I'm going to open up what we have cut earlier. So after opening it up, I'm going to arrange it very well on the table. Remember, this cloth does not have shoulder slant, so we are going to drop the neckline for the front. So now the neck wideness that we got is what, 3 inches, and the length of what we are going to put for the white fabric is 11 inches. So now we are going to cut from that 11 inches. We'll follow the neckline just exactly how we have used our chalk to mark it. From that 11 to point of 7 inches, which is 1.5 inches wideness, we are going to connect it to the neck width as shown, okay? So after cutting it out, all right, we are now going to the down part of it, okay? See that down part I'm pointing? I'm going to go down by half inch, okay? I'm going to mark half an inch. After marking half an inch, I am going to go to the other part of it. See where I'm placing my tape this time. I'm going to mark half an inch around that area as well. So after getting that half an inch mark, I am going to notch that center of intersection, okay? So see the slant line I did. So I'm going to notch that point of half an inch. So this is to enable us to sew the white fabric, and getting to that point it will relax very well, okay? That's the essence of notching it. So see how it is looking after notching, all right? So now we are going to take the measurements from the neck width all round. Remember, it is on fold. So whatever measurement you get, we are going to double it, okay? So after measuring it, I am going to use what I have to cut our white fabric, okay? So we are cutting it twice of what we have measured. So it is time for us now to measure the neckline we have. So from the shoulder to the point of the neckline is 7 inches. So I am marking that 7 inches. Okay, so from the shoulder all the way down to that point of 7, we got total of 11 inches. So now this is the fabric we are using, a doll face bridal satin, which we folded, placed on fold 2 inches. So now we are going to measure what we have earlier and then cut it out. So now we are going to mark 17.5 on fold, which will give us 35. So I'm measuring total of 38 inches. All right, so I'm going to mark 38 inches. I want it to have excess so that I will cut it out at the end of the day. So I marked 38 inches. So I'm going to cut that 38 inches on fold just the way I ironed it. Okay, so if you want to cut yours like this, please make sure you iron it and put facing on it as well before cutting. So after cutting it out, the next thing we are going to do is to open it. Okay, so see how I'm doing it. I'm going to open it, let the right side face each other. You see it now. Then I am going to use my tape to measure from the center front. See that part I placed my tape, it has no opening. So I'm going to mark 11 inches. That is the neck opening. The neck opening is 7 inches plus the back side of 3 inches, which gave us total of 11. So I have used my pin to secure it from that point. So I'm going to use my sewing machine to sew it. Okay, so I'm notching the center. So that part that I'm notching is the part that will be at the back side of the gown. Okay, so now see how we are going to open it up. So when you open it up, this is how it is going to look like. So we are going to use it to sew center to center from the back neckline all the way. So it is time for us to sew. We are sewing the ropes for the inner belt and the rope that we are going to use for the drawstring by this side. Okay, so now after sewing it, we are now going to open our fabric. So we are measuring the neckline that we cut earlier from the center front to the center back. Okay, so after measuring it, the next thing we are going to do now is for us to fix our inner belt. So now I'm going to mark the center of the front panel. Okay, so from the shoulder I'm going to mark 15.5. I'll place my tape from the center and I will mark 6 inches. I'll go to the other shoulder, I'm going to mark 15.5, and from the center I'm going to mark 6 inches. So those points that I marked, those are the points that I'm going to fix my inner belt. Okay, see me pinning it. So after pinning it, we are going to use our sewing machine to secure it. Okay, so after sewing this part now, the next thing we are going to do is to work on the neckline. Okay, so use your sewing machine to secure those parts. So after securing those parts, the next thing we are going to do now is for us to measure the neckline. Okay, so the neck opening we have is 7 inches plus 3 inches. Okay, 3 to 4 inches, which gave us 11 inches. So from that chalked part, as I explained earlier, we are using our sewing machine to secure those parts. Okay, so after securing and opening it, this is what we have. So this is what the neckline looks like. So now we are going to iron it out. Okay, so after ironing, we are going to sew the sides. Okay, so we'll sew the sides all the way round to secure it to make it one. So after sewing it, the next thing we are going to do is to place it on the main gown itself and then pin it. So we are going to pin from the center back of the neckline. Okay, from the center back we are going to pin it because it has been notched already. So this is the gown. Okay, so that's the center back, as you can see. So see how I'm going to pin it. I'm going to notch the center back of the white fabric as well. So I placed the fabric from the front side, but see how I am pinning it. Okay, so I'm going to pin it all the way round. So after pinning it all the way round, the next thing I'm going to do is to sew from one of the center back to the front side, and then sew from the center back again to the other side of the notched part of the fabric. So after pinning and sewing, okay, this is what we have. This is how it is looking like. So we are going to flip it over from the wrong side and so after fixing the white built up collar, we had to pipe the inside is to join the sleeve together to the main bodies of the blouse. So after joining the sleeves for the two sides, we are going to iron it out. After ironing it out, we are going to couple the blouse. Okay, so after coupling the two sides, I'm going to tell us what next we are going to do in order for us to fix the drawstring for the side that we are going to fix it. Okay, so now we are going to tie the head of the rope we are going to use as our drawstring. Okay, so after tying the knot, we are going to put it on the seam line, that allowance that is there. Okay, fix it inside of it and then fold the two edges and sew all the way down. Do the same for the other part. So after fixing the rope for the drawstring, the next thing is to fold the downside of the blouse and then fold the sleeve. We are done. Let our model wear it for us to see. The outcome of this top is perfect on my model. So before you go, click on the next video on your screen to learn another beautiful style that you can sew and sell. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. I am Lois. Addah.